Okay. I, I just allow me to rant for a little bit. Okay. No, TNA signed a recent star, and he's actually been in the ring a little bit. As of recently, he's been in the ring. He's had a couple matches and stuff like that. And it's Chris Melendez, and you know one thing that I hate already is comparisons between TNA and WWE because everything TNA does has to go back to them wanting to be WWE. And right now, let me think. Right now, the publicity that WWE is getting as far as in the wrestling world about how terrible their Raw shows is and how terrible Night of Champions was, don't come to me. Please don't come to me and say that, you know, TNA should want to be like WWE right now. You know what I mean? Don't come to me and say that. Please don't come to me. I don't think TNA even wants to be compared to WWE the way WWE is being talked about. It just doesn't make any sense, man. For you to compare Chris Melendez, an American hero, seriously, literally, an American hero who went, chose to fight for his country, and say this man is TNA's version of Zach Gallion. Shut up, please. Shut up. Don't even, don't even. Oh my, get the heck out of here, dude. Like, I'm just tired of the comparisons. Don't get me wrong. There's can be made. Don't get me wrong. There's comparisons that can be made. Zach Gallion, one-legged wrestler. You could say that. I'm not, trying to disrespect him at all. Don't get me wrong, because you know, for you to go out there with one leg, be subjected to all kinds of criticism by anyone else who says, I don't think a one-legged wrestler could do it and can make it in the business. You know, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not disrespecting this man as being a single leg amputee who went in that ring and put in work. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But do not compare this man to Chris Melendez. Please, just stop. Don't get me wrong. The reason why Zach Gallion's leg was amputated was because he had cancer. It's sad to me. It really is. You know what I mean? It really is. Don't get me wrong. You know, But wow, dude. Don't get me wrong. I'm not disrespecting Zach Gallion at all. But for people to make a comparison between, you know, someone who people would say, a normal guy type of professional wrestler in Zach Gallion and a war hero in Chris Melendez, I don't think there's any comparison to be made. People have to always go back to saying TNA is copying WWE no matter what they do. Seriously, no matter what TNA does, it doesn't. It feels like they'll never get out of the shadow of WWE. WWE is obviously the bigger company, but let us not sit here and make stupid comparisons about TNA anytime they do anything. Seriously, you know, seriously. Basically, you're calling this man Zach Melendez at this point. Like, seriously, this man went and risked his life for our country. He deserves the utmost respect. Don't get me wrong. I understand the comparison. I get the comparison. But get the heck out of here with it. It makes no sense. It makes a little bit of sense, but it makes no sense. Seriously, though, I don't understand it. I don't understand why everything has to be compared to WWE. Black Evolution, really? Black Lesnar, really? And the funny part is, it's always got to be negative towards TNA. If it was mutual, I could understand it a little bit, right? If we were calling Brock Lesnar Brock Lashley, or if we were, if we were calling Brock Lesnar Bobby Lesnar, it would be a little bit different, right? If we were saying that Evolution was just, I don't know, that's a tough one. I mean, technically MVP's group is money, power, respect, so that's a little bit tough for me to flip that one around. But I mean, seriously though, why does everything have to be compared? I mean, TNA is always, I honestly feel like TNA is always going to be underneath WWE to many fans, to many wrestling fans. But come on, dude, with the comparisons, it's just ridiculous. And this one took the freaking cake from me. It did. It took the doggone cake from me. I mean, I can't lie. It took the cake from me because, don't get me wrong, the way Zach Gallion lost his leg, it's sad, and he's a survivor as well. But it's still a little bit different between him and Chris Melendez. It really is. If you guys agree with me, tell me. If you don't, then tell me. I want to hear from you guys about this comparison. The comparison makes sense, but I think the comparison is invalid. You know what I mean? For don't get me wrong. For a cancer survivor to probably live out his dream and be a professional wrestler, I look up to that man. But also, I can also look up to a war hero who got his leg blown off in freaking war. I, I think I can respect that as well. And I think you can show this man a little bit more respect and say, maybe instead of calling this man Zach Melendez or Chris Gowan, maybe we should call him by his actual name and show this man some respect. And the same thing can be said about Zach Gallion. You know, let's let's show these guys some respect instead of disrespecting them like crazy. Another rant will be coming soon because I already have it in my head of what I want to do. So another rant will be coming really soon. It may even be next week. It may even be before the end of this week. I may even do it right now. I'm in such a ranting freaking mood. If you enjoy the rants, let me know. Let me know. If you want to subscribe, let me know. Come on, guys. Let's quit with the comparisons, okay? Let them be their two individual companies. Please. Please. Thank you. See you.